of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, folks. Just wanted to let you know, we began our meeting at 6 o'clock with an executive session, and we did not do any business during that session. On that note, public comment. Chair will recognize a resident or taxpayer of the Sayre Area School District wishing to address the board about programming or any matter of concern or interest properly raised in a public session. We ask that you give your name, your address, and the subject of the content you'll be addressing, and requested that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. Moreover, please note that comments relative to private student or employee matters will be directed to the superintendent outside of this meeting. So do we have anyone that would like to address the board at this time? Okay. We've got a special presentation from the student council members at this time.
You guys keep working.
Keep working, okay. Yeah. So let's go to the consent agenda. Minutes from December 4th. Also, conference requests. Letter B, the MOU from Drexel University. Item C, field trip request. Letter D, the board report for the district volunteers. And also consent for the finance, the transfers for January of 2024. And the treasurer's report, cafeteria, capital projects, federal programs, general fund, as well as in letter C, the tax report. Number 5, personnel, the board report for personnel items.
Financially, there's a D under that one, the one before that is the top of the page.
Oh, yes, thank you, Dan. Yes, also a motion to identify the following as obsolete or outdated. The 2008 Ford F-250 pickup truck, 2 Hobart cheese graters, 1 Hobart potato peeler, and 1 Hobart mixer as well. So we have a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
I would just ask Jill on the employment. There's 2 new employees, one for industrial arts and the other paraprofessional. And just how many applications did we receive, and prior to those recommendations?
Sure. So for the professional position of the industrial arts position we're recommending for this evening, we had received 2 applicants that we interviewed. Neither applicant is certified in the field of teaching. Both were willing to go after their teaching certification if hired under an emergency certification through the Pennsylvania Department of Education. This person that we're bringing forward to the board tonight does have experience in a school system elsewhere in a different level of support within the school system. For the paraprofessional position, I believe we had 4 or 5 applicants. I'm going to look to Dr. Tejan. Total applicants we had for the paraprofessional position, I believe that you interviewed in 2 rows to the top. We're still waiting to confirm on the second individual for reference checks that we'll bring forward. And those are 2 open positions that currently sit in the paraprofessional role, and we'd like to fill them both, so we're hoping that both applicants, that we'll bring them forward. We have 1 tonight that we completed. All components are in. Clearances are in, paperwork is taken care of, references have been checked. And so that person, those are the two individuals that, through the application process, rose to the top. Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Any questions?
And also, our new industrial arts teacher begins tomorrow, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
If approved tonight.
If approved, yes. Any other comments or questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, welcome.
So yes, this is Mr. Kapachak.
Yeah,
He is
I
the new
figured.
industrial arts teacher.
Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity, so.
You look just like your father.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk later.
Okay, I know what that means.
So do we have to vote? Did you do an abstention?
I need to do an exception.
Can you go ahead and
Okay.
announce that?
Okay, I
Okay.
need to abstain on line C1 for personnel, please.
Thank you.
All righty, let's go back to our special presentation from the student council members. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, my name is Kate Riley, and I'm here on behalf of the Student Council to give you a bit of an update on what we've been doing the past year. So, all right. Before we get started with talking about Student Council, I'm, as I said before, Kate Riley, and I am a junior in Sayre High School. I've been a part of Student Council since last year, and my favorite activity that we do has to be going to the Animal Care Sanctuary. So what do? We do a bunch of things. We do a whole bunch of things. We organize the Rusty Rail food drive, get that all squared away, get all the cans over there, collect them, do all that kind of stuff. We visit nursing homes during Christmas time. We organize some charity events. We ring the bell for Salvation Army also during Christmas time. As I mentioned before, we do the animal care drive where we collect a bunch of different necessities and donations and bring them up to them. We help out with the turkey trot, co-sponsor Spooktacular, and we run Spirit Weeks. So a little bit more about Rusty Rail Food Drive. This year we collected about 12,000 cans, which is a little over 7,000 more than Athens and about 2,000 more than last year. One of the big things that set us over from last year was a fundraiser that we did earlier in the year where we sold t-shirts, and because of the money that we collected from that, we were able to send some of our students over and buy some more cans to really just push us over the edge. You can see a picture of the shirt right there. Also with that money, we put it towards Spooktacular, which was really good this year. It's not mentioned in this presentation, but we had a lot of kids. It was really fun.
Can I, so that's really great, right? I mean, for year after year after year, the work that the student council does and what Sayre has done comparatively to Athens, it's been phenomenal. At the end of the day, right, the objective is to give, to donate as much as we can to the local school pantries. This is just a quick brainstorming thought as I look at this. So Jill, next year, why don't you do some kind of quote-unquote wager with Mr. Stage, and maybe we can ride both boats, right? We can continue to push that. Not that I want Athens to, surpass us, but at the end of the day, try to do something to even increase their numbers. Because again, at the end of the day, I think it's great for our community. So, anyway, thank you. Sorry for
Yeah,
interrupting.
no, of course. Something maybe to help add to that is a chart of how we've done over the past few years with the cans. As you can see here, that's our total amount that we've collected for charity and all sorts of stuff. And then, let me see. Here's Athens, and here we are. So we dipped down a little bit, but we were able to make that up this year because of our fundraiser.
So are we the blue line and the red line the overall line of both together?
The red line is total, both
Okay.
Sayre and Athens combined,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
All right. And then the nursing home visit. So we take all of our students to normally just one nursing home, but this year we did two, and we came up with a bunch of different activities. Some people did arts and crafts with them, played games. I know last year we had one of our students was he playing poker? He was playing poker. It was a whole thing. They had so much fun. It's always a really fun time and uplifting within our
May I ask, what was the other nursing home facility? I know you went out to Sayre House.
Oh gosh, what was it?
Athens. Okay, down to Athens Rehab, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And then bell ringing at Tops. We did a lot of different things. The year before, we introduced the idea of caroling while doing it, and this year we were able to do that for like most of the shifts that we did. We had one of our members, Mercedes, print out little booklets and stuff for all of us, and it was a whole lot of fun. And then our future plans. So, as I mentioned before, we're planning on going to the animal care, or the animal shelters across locally. And then we plan on going to, excuse me. We invited one of the shelters to attend Snyder's Spring Fling events. And last year, all of the animals who were adopted came out, which is really fun and a lot of fun for the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys brought out like 4 or 5 small dogs and cats that were there. That was really cool.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
all
that was
really
nice.
Mr. Hadlock, did you take one home?
No. I would have had to go home with the dog because the wife wouldn't let me in the house. As much as I wanted to, that was not an option.
Maybe you should come up with us to the animal shelters.
I'll be at the shelter on January 23rd volunteering there, so
Ooh,
yeah.
that's super fun. Awesome. All right. And that's all from me. I would like to thank the board for their time and support and open the floor to any questions.
I don't have any questions. I do have a comment. I just want you to keep up the great work.
Thank
Student,
you.
I actually had the newspaper call me today, and one of the things I could do a great shout out about was the student council and all the work that the students and their advisors do for our community as a whole. So that was fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
In a typical year, how many kids are on the student council?
Oh my gosh. I was informed before the meeting that we have one of the largest groups in Sayre High School. Something like 40-ish? I'm not entirely
More than
sure.
that. We took 47, I think, to our
That
last
including
one.
Snyder though.
Yeah.
At the high school
Yeah.
level, we have
The senior
about
high, the junior high, and the
35.
elementary.
35. Yeah, we have a pretty good group because we have a lot of the kids from here just join over, which is really great.
Yeah, that's a fantastic number, so that's really cool. Thank you.
Of course.
Then,
This is more for Mrs. Romberger, I guess. Have you looked into any of the state conferences for them?
No, because I didn't know if there was funding for that. Like, I just got with Barry this year and we got the busing hammered out where we're not fundraising to pay for our bus to go places. So with that under control, that leaves us a little bit more money, but this year most of our fundraising has gone towards back into the community. Wouldn't mind doing that because I have some pretty strong, outstanding leaders that would go far. And I think it would look great for a college resume to see that on their college applications that they did attend things like that. So
I know when I was on student council, I always looked forward to going to the conferences. We did a lot of different workshops, worked with a lot of different kids, got to see different experiences and learn a lot about how to involve the community in different ways to bring everyone together.
I would love to see them attend conferences where they can do some team building to bring that morale back to the school and kind of do activities even like within our own district to boost morale and cooperation. I think that would be a great thing.
With a little school with a big heart, and you guys are proof.
Absolutely.
That we have a big heart, so thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you so
Great
much.
job.
I might need some help with all
Mr. Hendrick is right here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, moving right along, item number 6, bills. These are the monthly bills for January 8th, 2024. We have a motion and a second to pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? And Mrs.
Roll
Pacheco,
call.
please.
We'll begin with Mrs. Agnew. Yes, except I abstain on number 3, please. Mrs. Blythe? Mr. Hadlock?
Yep.
Mr. Hickey? Mrs. Knapp?
Yes.
Mr. Petrini?
Yes.
Mr. Rubin?
Yes.
Mr. Skirpon?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes. Mrs. Ely. better hurry up. You got a next door neighbor here that's,
I do?
Has us on a time limit.
yeah.
You have 15 minutes.
Oh, I know. She's got some football game or something to watch.
Good evening. It's not her that you have to wrap up.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if I really need this, but
I heard there was a pregame injury
just to
report on
belabor
number
the
9.
night, I'll take this one. Okay. Is it even working?
Nope, well, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. We had our winter ball over at the high school that was held on December 9th. The senior class did a really nice job of planning that out, selling tickets, and then decorating for the dance. Thank you to everyone who helped chaperone that night, as well as Mr. Roy and members of the DJ Club for keeping the music going. Right now, we are in the midst of completing mid-year CDTs, BAS tests, and spring math screenings in our classrooms. We had some new furniture that was installed over the holiday break in our 6 revamped classrooms at the high school. Those rooms are looking fabulous. Thanks to the maintenance and custodial staff for cleaning out the old and putting in the new. It's very appreciated. Earlier this year, I had talked about 3 high school students that we have that became members of the Junior Greater Valley Chamber of Commerce, if you recall that. So they've been attending meetings each month, and they've been helping to plan and execute fundraisers that the Chamber of Commerce has. They also have been selected recently as design winners. So the Junior Chamber is comprised of students from 3 local high schools. That group collectively came up with a color scheme that's navy, silver, and white, and a theme for this year's big banquet that they'll have in the spring, and that theme was Our Future is Strong. So each group was then tasked to create a design representing that theme. The design is going to be used on all of their banquet promotional materials like mailings and advertisements. The board from Greater Valley Chamber then voted on their favorite design, and Sarah's design won. So congrats to Lizzie, Alex, and Megan for coming up with that design. I haven't seen the full thing yet, but Jan Lee assures me that things will be coming out soon with their design all over it. So that's really neat. Looking ahead, next Monday we have a professional development day for staff. Students don't have class that day. And next Tuesday is the last day of the second marking period. So keep that in mind, parents and students. That's it.
Thank you, Mrs. Ely. I don't see Mr. Howie here, but Mrs. Morrell.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our newly updated and furnished library. Thank you to everyone who made that possible. It was quite an endeavor to go through. We thank you to Mrs. Leonard for that. What's that?
Said I kind of missed the carpet.
Come to my office. It's still there. It's out to green. It's the same color, or different color, but same aesthetic that you can get there. It's green with the ripples and everything through it. So we're looking to do something about that in the next 5 years or so. It's gonna be cool. So we'll keep that going.
Budget pending.
Yes, I know. We'll find the money for it somewhere. We always have to be monetarily sound here. We're reminded of that. We try to work as a group to get that done.
Well, if you make less color copies, you'd probably be able to get you more by
Start right back there.
I don't read the black and white.
You can also look at the new cafeteria tables as well on your way out. They have individual seats, and the kids seem to stay in their spots a lot better instead of sliding up and down that bench. So the kids look forward to going to lunch and having their turn to sit at those. We had a very busy December. We had a PBIS assembly. Thank you to those of you that helped with the K-1 Christmas concert. It was well attended by our community. Santa Claus came to visit along with FBLA. They went to the classrooms and did some various activities. A big shout out to everyone in the community who helped out with Candy Cane Lane. The kids had a phenomenal time with that, and it was nice that they also had a gift to go home. So thank you to those of you that supported those classrooms. A big helping hand from everybody who went with our second Polar Pop dance this last Friday. We had great behavior by the kids. No leaky bathroom situations this time, so we were good with that. This funding will go to Special Olympics, and we're moving through our mid-year testing as well. I think it should also be noted when the kids came back from the nursing home, Mrs. Romberger said it was noted just how well our kids behaved and how respectful they were. So not only do they go out and do great things, they know how to represent themselves in light of their school district. So just very proud of them and all that they do to help make us look good. So thank you, everybody. That's all that I have. Thank you. Go Maize and Blue. Go Michigan.
You can get some of JJ's NIL money to help you.
I'll say. Maybe I'll send them an Instagram post.
Thank you, Mrs. Morrell.
You're welcome.
Want to see how big my report is for PSBA?
Sure.
Told you. Quick meeting. Just want to give everybody a heads up that the new school director's monthly exchange, if you're able to get online, is January 18th from 12:30 till 1:30 p.m. Board leadership workshops are going to be taking place. There are virtual workshops for the board leadership, January 23rd and February the 15th from 4:45 till 8:45 p.m. You don't have to attend both, just attend one. And you can do it in person come March the 9th and March the 16th, both those days, 9:30 till 2 p.m. And also a quick reminder, it is School Board Directors Month. Pleasure to be on the School Board Directors here. Thank you. See, I told you it was going to be a quick one. Now comes the Career Center. So, a couple of things I want to share with you. The Northern Tier Career Center course catalog is out for 24-25. Just want to get you updated on that. Currently, there is LEA presentations going on. Center representatives are going around to our 9 different school districts to provide an overview of the presentations. And also, January 16th through the 26th, there is going to be some shadowing going on with the students as well to decide whether they want to attend the Career Center and what program and help them make informed decisions about that. Told you it was a quick report. It's a record. I know it's a record. Mrs. Agnew.
Mine's even quicker, I have nothing. Winner.
Okay, committee reports. Is there any of our chairpersons that would like to tell us what's going on as far as maybe if they've had a meeting or what's on tap for coming up?
I have an athletics and rec update. So there's a athletics and recreation meeting scheduled January 15th, open to the public at 6:30 p.m.
High school library.
High school library. That's great. So anybody can come out, parents, students, anyone, please come out, tell us all of the things. Currently, our winter sports are going very well. Boys and girls basketball. The boys and girls, both basketball teams have crazy numbers of people that come out and watch them. It is really amazing to see. It's really adorable to see the rec league kids for boys come out and watch the boys basketball programs, cheer them on. It's just really special to watch that. Wrestling, I hear that we have a very outstanding wrestler in our district, so we are cheering her on. Swimming, we are co-oping currently with Athens for that. We do have some things happening in rec league, basketball, game managers potentially. I want to go over that a little bit more at our athletics and rec meeting. Pretty short and sweet here. So again, that is scheduled January 15th at 6:30. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Blythe. As far as my report is concerned, I just want to say thank you to our student council, to our FBLA, to our Honor Society. I know it's been a busy month for these folks during the holidays and for all that they did for our communities out there. Give them a big thank you for that. Also, library looks beautiful here. I can't say enough of how well it's maintained, and thank you for having us over here to just get a good look at everything, how nice everything looks here. Also, I just want to say again, if there's anyone that needs me or to show up for a committee meeting or anything, please don't hesitate to give me a call or to shoot me an email. I'll be glad to come and sit in with you if there's a particular meeting that you need me or whatever the case might be. But again, I'll try to do my best for everyone here. Thank you once again for your support. Dr. Delosio.
All right. So I want to say that over the last month, since we met in early December, there's been a lot of activity that's happened across the district, as the principals have mentioned. I'm going to give out a shout to Al Ollie, who seems to be laying down over there. So Ollie had the first visit with Santa over at the high school. It was a team of students put together, right, a video that he put his Christmas wish out there, right, Ollie? Oh, he's sitting up, he hears my voice. And so his wish for Christmas was to collect items for Luke's Hidden Haven. And there were, I think there was some competition amongst some adults. I think there was some competition maybe with some students, but anyway, I know that the last day of school, a large caravan of students, a few staff members, Mr. Hander and Ollie, got to go to Luke's Hidden Haven and deliver a great deal of items that they were overwhelmed with. Just thankfulness to all of you. Mrs. Lamani, you were one of those visitors, winners maybe, winners/visitors, right? Yeah. Can you share with us some of the items that you delivered?
Gosh, we had tons of dog food, paper towels, cleaning supplies, we had some toys.
A lot of blankets.
Yeah. Oh, blankets, crazy amount of blankets. We had lots and lots of stuff. It filled up 2 trucks.
That's fantastic. And I'm putting Mr. Handert on the spot. Do you know where that idea came from, besides Ollie?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just going to say, we have to give Mrs. Tracy props.
Thank you.
And Tiny Mike's, they were the driving force behind it.
So the students of Tiny Mike's and Mrs. Tracy, which again pushes right back to the community of what we do, and the charity work that's been done here at our school district has just been amazing. And so when I saw the post about that, and it was just amazing to see, and I did watch the video in action when they were putting it together, and Linda, David, and Sam did a fantastic job. And then the other one, I had the pleasure of sitting with Mr. Cole at the Christmas concert at the high school. So 2 new music teachers, Miss Ackerman and Miss Wenzel, they did an outstanding job for their first year. So they're halfway through their first year here with us, both new music teachers, and I couldn't have been more pleased with the performance that occurred over at the high school and here at the elementary school and all that was happening. So I appreciate that. Thank you. It was. We had a good time that night.
Absolutely. And like, after going through a lot of the things here on our agenda too, to see also that we're going to have a musical coming up here.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen a musical here at Sayre High School, please come.
And there might be something we need to
Very
build for the
talented
set or
folks.
something. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Let's go.
Thank you, Dr. Delosio.
You're welcome.
A couple of quick announcements as far as meetings are concerned. As Mrs. Blythe mentioned, Athletics and Recreation Committee meeting over at the library at the high school, January 15th at 6:30. Community Relations Wellness Committee, also on the 15th at 5:30 p.m. And then our next meeting coming up on Monday, January 22nd, 7 p.m. back to the auditorium of the high school. I also forgot to mention Career Center meeting also on the 18th at 6 o'clock down at North Lawn. I forgot to mention that. And that's everything. Any other questions, comments, or?
That community relations is held at the library as well?
It is in the
Admin conference.
I couldn't. When's Kurt though?
That's all right.
I don't know. We kind of skipped it.
Look at that. Got a motion in a second.
All in favor, right?